today? Yeah. How is everyone today? Yeah, so me standing on stage, I only think about how my grandmother was, and she said that I was going to be either two things. I was either going to be a pastor or a comedian. And so we see how that went out. But there were some things growing up that, even though she was a sweet woman, there were some things I didn't agree with. Like, for instance, how many of y'all had old people that had superstitions or had those home remedies? Like, for instance, I was sweeping and I mistakenly swept her foot. And so she took the broom and she spat on it. And I was like, what's going on with this? And she said, well, I'm spitting on it because if I don't spit on it, I'm going to go to jail. I was like, who made this up? So when I sit down and I listen to women talk, I just sit back and laugh because they always talk about how they want a guy to sweep them off their feet. And when I talk about the home remedies, how many of y'all ever heard of something called a hot and toddy or something like that? And so what I found out what it was moonshine, honey, some other stuff, and cod liver oil. And my grandmother was telling me I had a sickness one time, and she said, yeah, take this. And I'm like, no, I'm not taking it. See, and so she gave it to my cousin. And my cousin took a swig of it. And she said, see, look at your cousin. Everything going all right. I kid you not. 10 minutes later, she was outside eating grass. And I said, this is not working for me. But the good thing about it is, when I look at the medicines out now, you know, when I wanted a cough and I looked at the back of one of the medicines, it said, may cause runny nose, diarrhea, anal bleedage, and even death. And I said, sign me up for the hot and toddy. And so with those, another thing I did not like about that my grandmother did was she was all about being greased up. And so you had 3 types of lubes that you put on your face. One was baby oil, 2 was the blessed oil that she used to get for paying like $100, $200 toward the building fund, even though they never had a brick or anything like that done to the building. And then the third one was the mystery grease. The mystery grease always came in this Maxwell House coffee can. And so, unfortunately for me, I always get the Maxwell House mystery grease. And so I do not know what type of grease I'm going to have on my face. And so she said, come here, baby, let me put this grease on you. And so I get this and she goes, oh, Jesus, Lord. Oh. And so I have 3 scents that I could possibly have since it's recycled grease. It's either French fries, chicken, or fish. So the sad thing about this is, not only do I leave the house looking like a box of Church's chicken, but I also smell like a box of it too. And so you can see how that will mess up your Mac game. Like when you're trying to talk to a female, you know, you got that walk, you're trying to look sexy. Yeah, look my sexy pose. And so you walk into the lady. Hey, how you doing? And then the lady said, ew, get away from me, you smell like French fries. I'm like, curses, darn French fries. But for some reason, I always picked up the big girls that nobody wanted. But I'd be sitting there and they'd say, oh my goodness, I like the way you smell. about church. I find it interesting. I love going to churches in Atlanta because they're very interesting people. Because for some reason, it seems like they don't read the Bible at all. Because I kid you not, I don't know if the pastor and the choir are behind this, but they always bring the same man up and he gives the same testimony the whole time, every time. And so I'm going to give y'all a rendition of this man's testimony. And so the preacher be like, well, we're going to bring up Deacon Tolver.
Hello, church. Y'all know God's good. Really, He's good all the time. I remember I was riding with my grandson the other day. Yes, I was. And I told him, you were going too fast. You were going too fast. I don't understand why people always want to go fast these days. And you know, he had the music booming and bobbing and booming. I said, turn that down. Turn that down, boy. What's wrong with you? You gonna be deaf, boy. And I said, Lord, and I just looked at everybody. How many of you all remember back in the days when you just took your time with everything? It don't have to be a rush to do anything. Maybe that's before most of y'all time, when we just have to take our time and everything didn't have to be loud. And then while we was driving, you were listening to the music, I heard a voice that said, Jebediah, oh Jebediah. And I said, here I am. He said, you know who this is? I said, is this Louis Armstrong? He said, no. No. Try again. I said, is it Luther Vandross? He said, no. This is the Lord. And I said, oh Lord, I'm sorry. You have to listen when he says your name twice. You know that, right? And he told me, he said, Jebediah, I want you to sing a song to my peoples. I said, what song you want me to sing, Lord? And he said, I want you to sing the next song that comes on the radio. And I said, okay, Lord, I do as you say, Lord. I'm your servant. I've been doing this for a long time, Lord, and you know, I listen, Lord. Yes, I do. And so, today, I'm going to follow in what the Lord told me. And I'm going to sing this song for you. All right? First off, I want y'all to clap your hands. You know, clap your hands. Yeah, that's it. Y'all got it. All right. To the window, to the wall, to the sweat drop down my wall. To the window, to the wall, to the sweat drop down my wall. To the window, to the wall, to the sweat drop down my wall. I say skeet skeet, I say skeet skeet, I say skeet skeet. It's yours, it's yours. That's it.
And so with that, that's my time. Thank you all.